everybody. Welcome back to another Ardent podcast. This is a podcast where we just talk about things that we enjoy, like movies and video games and TV shows. Today, we're talking about a couple of things, including Horizon Forbidden West, how well the Elden Rings are doing, a couple of movie news. But before we get into that, my name is Ace, and today I have with me my friend, co-host Leo. What's up, Leo?
You called me your friend. What's
Yeah,
up?
once in a while, I
Yeah.
said it before in another podcast. So I just have to, it's about the continuity. So I don't know if it's like actually friendship, but more like continuity thing.
You never
We'll see.
text me though. It's okay. I won't I won't bring that up anymore.
Yeah, we
Uh,
we only text on the ardent subreddit, so or group chat. So that's it. Yeah. So let's get right into this. Leo, you were what was it last week when we did the podcast or two podcasts ago? You were excited to play for Horizon Forbidden West, and um, so I know you haven't beat the game because those games are long. I know that,
oh
but just give
yeah,
us
I
your
have
uh
not even
your
started.
review so far. What are you liking it? What do you like in it? What you don't like about it? How's it going for you?
Man, what I don't like is that there's so much to do. I'm so
There's too much
overwhelmed.
content.
Yeah, because I was playing it about an hour and a half like of actual gameplay.
Mhm.
But I'm very I don't like to say that I'm a completionist, but when it comes to that game, it happened a lot with Zero Dawn that I just went around everywhere trying to get everything that I could. So with this one, I thought, I'll just do the same thing and talk to everyone, grab all the parts, scavenge as much as I can. An hour and a half later, the credits roll for like the intro. I'm like, oh,
Oh gosh!
I
Wow.
was at 1%. Like, I'm like, this is gonna be a while. But now I'm like maybe like 4 or 5 hours in, and I've been exploring a lot, uh, dying in caves that I probably shouldn't have even ventured into because I'm not equipped enough for them. Because I know you get like diving gear or something to help
Mhm.
you breathe. So I'm like diving in too deep, and then you see Aloy just like drown. And I got stuck, dude. I got stuck in the cave, and I was like, I guess I can fast travel. I thought maybe I couldn't, and I'd have to find my way out, but I couldn't find where I came from. So I ended up having to fast travel out of there, and I was really
Uh,
glad that I could. But yeah, I mean, so far the gameplay is very similar to the first. You don't have like all your gear, of course, because you had to start over, and they kind of
mhm,
explain it away like, oh, I ran into some problems, and I lost most of my gear, and I'm like, okay, what's going on there? Um,
mhm.
Maybe it happened in DLC for the last one, but I don't remember at all, honestly, what happened at the end.
I
But
don't. I don't know.
you haven't even played it yet.
I
But
haven't. So I
but
said I don't
yeah, I
know.
mean the game is really fun. If you haven't already, you should definitely check it out. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. The new machines are cool. Just a couple that I've really encountered that are new, and it's a very long game. Like
Yeah, I mean,
I expect that I'm at like a 2 or 3% completion on this.
yeah. Well, when you said 1 hour and then the intro credits roll, I'm like, oh, it's one of those games.
Yeah.
So, but at least the reviews that I've been seeing online, they've all been positive. I mean, they've been really
Yeah.
good, and I mean another. I guess we can come back every week and just check in on Leo's adventure as Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West, and kind
I
of
need to
get
set
your
up a
updates.
stream because
Yeah, get your weekly updates. What you've done so far, kind of thing, and then
it'll
that
be
way,
once a week and be the only time I play, and it's gonna take me like 3 years to beat this game.
right? I'm only playing for the pod, guys.
Yeah, I realized that it took me that long to beat the first one. At least a couple of years because it took me so long to get back to it. But
Did you finish the story and just go back and do like all the side quests, or was it like everything?
no, I did all the side quests as I did the story. Like
Ah,
I couldn't. I hated seeing the errands or the side quests and all of that kind of linger. So
just
I
like
had to finish all
mount
those
up.
until Yeah,
Yeah,
until I just couldn't do anymore. So
that's fun.
I did I don't think I did everything, but like 99% of everything I
Yeah.
did.
I know we've talked about this, but the only game I played that is like that is Red Dead Redemption 2, and that one
Mhm.
I nearly 100%. I think there was a couple of like side quests. I don't think I did like some of the big game trophies. You know how you can like
Uh-huh.
hunt the big game stuff on the game and in that game.
Yeah, dude, that game was just
So
overwhelming for me as well,
yeah,
and it was just I
so
couldn't do
much
all
to
that.
do, so much to do.
Dude, I mean, the other game that can come out is, Elden Ring.
Yeah,
Is that already out, or is
it's
it?
it, it it's. I don't think it's out yet. I know there are some streamers like Dr. Lupo who who have got the copy early and are playing it on stream, but I think it's coming out pretty soon. But the initial reviews, thanks for the segue, Leo. The initial reviews of Elden
Yeah, it
Ring
says it
are
comes out tomorrow, yeah.
tomorrow, so that'll be Friday, February 25th. So yeah, so the initial reviews are like amazing. You have IGN giving it a 10 out of 10, Metacritic giving that 97%, Tom's Guide 4 out of 5. So they're saying that this game is really really good, and I think it's From Software's first dabble into open world with Elden Ring, because I initially thought that the Demon Souls, Dark Souls and the Sekiro game were open world, but they're not. They're very straightforward, but it just looks like an
Yeah,
open
they're
world
very
game
linear.
when I first saw 'em. Yeah, and I initially thought it was open world, but I got corrected. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that because I've never played them. But with the reviews this high, do you think you'll take a crack at it, or is it just or
Dude,
just
I'm not gonna have time for
because
another
we've talked
game.
about it before, man.
Yeah, like, it
I
definitely it
mean,
looks like something
I
like I
we
wanna check out, but it's another open world game on PS5, and
yeah.
oh god. No, man, I don't have time for that. Like, I chose to get, Horizon Forbidden West, for a reason because, I liked the first one so much, I decided to try this. When it comes to games
Mhm.
like this, like, I just feel like I'm getting punished for sucking at games, so I decided not to, but I see enough of this, and I see the scores, and I think, "Man, I should probably try this out," and I definitely want to,
Yeah.
just whenever I'll have time.
Yeah, and it's just not those three. There's a lot of them. Like Screen Rant gave it 100.
Mhm,
Um, Games.ch 90. Game Rant 100. So some are more well known
mhm,
game industry game news stuff than others. But
yeah.
but for the most part, the scores are super high. So before we jump over into the movie and TV show stuff that we have, what do you think about this recent news, Leo, that Call of Duty is taking a break in 2023? And this is pretty much kind of what we expected when Microsoft bought them, that they were gonna do something to kind of shake up the Call of Duty game, and because they release one almost every year.
Every
So
year.
and you could tell that they were kind of just copying and pasting, and the stories weren't as good as before. So this is like the first
Does anyone really care
major
about the stories,
move.
though? Like,
I mean, I cared about
I'm
the
sure
stories for a little bit
I
there.
guess.
The Modern Warfare stories were amazing. Um,
Mm.
so they had pretty good stories at the beginning, and then after like a while, they just kind of kept on. It was just bad, and people just played the PvP stuff, and the online stuff. But what do you think about this move? With I think like I was saying, this is Microsoft kind of first big thing that they're doing with Activision,
I
with
mean, it's smart. Do it.
not
Make a
putting out
2-year
a
break. Make a
2023 game.
3-year break. Make a good game. Like, I mean,
Yeah. An open
honestly,
world Call of
like,
Duty game.
yeah. I mean, Call of Duty is just one of the games that I never really. cared to play after like Modern Warfare 2 or 3. I don't remember.
Yeah.
One of them was pretty good. But I'm not like a huge fan like everyone's just like, oh my god, it's the greatest game of all time, like whichever Modern Warfare it is. Um, but it if they make it good, if they do work on like the stories and work on the multiplayer, actually kind of revamp it and not just like copy and paste like year to year to year. I mean, they did kind of like do it was pretty much every other year because it was they had like two studios really doing them, and
Yeah,
it was
it's
alternating years.
Active and Treyarch.
Yeah. So like if they actually continue to do it that way, but instead of every year, make it every 2 years and take the time to develop it and actually like work on see what people like instead of just like knocking them out to make some money, then we'll probably get some pretty solid games. Hopefully they'll work and continue to do things like Warzone, because I actually did enjoy Warzone. It's pretty cool.
Hmm.
It's a lot of fun, but it's just not a game that makes me want to keep coming back to play it. Um, I mean, yeah, dude, like it's something that people have been saying for years. Like they can't just, this isn't like, this isn't like Madden or like 2K or something.
Yeah.
You can't just like, they add stuff in every year, but, with those, I mean, it makes sense. You have a new roster, you got new players, you incorporate and you change it up just a little bit, and you're still gonna make money. People are always gonna be playing it, just like
Yup.
Call of Duty. But yeah, there's been lots of years of people complaining about like it's just the same thing every year, whether it be like World War II or like the future or the present or whatever they end up doing. It's always pretty similar.
Yeah, and I was reading here that this is the first time in 2 decades that Call of Duty will skip a year, which which is kind of crazy. In 24 years, 2 decades, right? 20, yeah, 2 decades, 12, yeah, 24. So that's a long
Well, when was
time.
the first Call of Duty game?
Uh, 24. I'm not sure.
Are you talking about? You're saying that the first Call of Duty came out in 1998?
Uh, was 2 decades. 2003 was the first one.
Well, yeah, a decade. A decade is 10 years, not
Oh,
12.
that's right.
What are
Oh
you
no,
thinking about?
I'm
You thinking
tired.
about donuts, bro?
I'm tired.
I was like two dozen
two
donuts ago.
decades,
Like,
2 dozen ago. I'm tired. Okay, shut up.
damn, I want some donuts now. But
I
I
mean, yeah,
I mean,
that
like,
sound
hey,
good.
if they need a break to make some good games, and yeah, do it. Same thing with like anyone. Anytime someone says that they need to delay a game, do it. Make it good. Like that's what they got to do.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I like you said, hopefully this 2-year delay will really help the team uh put out a good product and a good game, and not just something that copy and paste it. But yeah, so that's kind of it for this new the stuff we want to talk about for video games. As with everything, anything we talk about, leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think, and yeah, so let's move on from here. So kind of going into more on the TV film side. Uh, what
Oh,
is it? Peacemaker.
so
Give us this.
did you ever get to watch it, dude? You need.
I
Oh my
haven't
god,
watched Peacemaker yet. I am powering through Shippuden right now for Naruto
dude,
because
take a quick little break for the 8 episodes of 8 or 9 or something episodes of Peacemaker, and you will be happier for it,
mm,
man. Like honestly, just for the intro alone, because that's why we're talking about it. So James Gunn actually posted the dance instructions uh for the Peacemaker intro, and I need to learn it because it's just so perfect. It's the way that they kind of actually do the instructions for this, because
mm,
oh my god, the fact that they were doing this with a straight face and not and actually making me like believe like these people are like dead inside. Like I don't know. I always cracked up so hard whenever I would watch that intro, and um, I definitely feel like it was executed in a way. Every episode was executed in a way to like to where the intro felt different every
Mm,
time I watched it. So like with the openings and it cuts to the intro, and I'm thinking like, what just happened? And I'm looking at these people, I'm looking at the expression on their face, and I'm thinking like, that's hilarious, or like they just this is emotional. You know, it just varies
yeah.
from episode to episode. And yeah, dude, this show is a like a 12 out of 10, dude. Like you definitely got
Mm,
to check it out.
yeah. No,
Um,
I said I know I said I was gonna do it last weekend, but I didn't. So
uh,
this weekend I think I'm gonna be. I don't know how snowed in I'm gonna be, but I think I'm gonna be a little bit snowed in. So might as well give it a crack, because it does look really good. I've seen some spoilers here there, but I haven't really seen much of the Peacemaker stuff online, and I've stayed away from it. Uh, but I think I am gonna go into and watch it because it looks good, and I'm a fan of James Gunn. Like he's a great director, so I'm a big fan of James Gunn. Star Trek 4 actors were surprised that they were mentioned that they were going to come back to reprise their roles
mm-hmm.
in the new Star Trek movie. So it's like I guess they found out when everybody else found out, which is kind of funny. But I don't know if I don't know if they were actually surprised or just maybe like playing it out for social media or something.
I
But
I don't know. I think they
but
might have actually been surprised.
but but I mean that's like kind of if they were that's kind of like a well I guess now we have to be in the movie kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were actually surprised that must have been like I would have been calling my agent and be like, "What the hell, man? Like, what's going on?"
So hope I don't know, dude. I think this is just either it was like very poorly managed, or Paramount is just like, we're going to spare no expense to actually put some content on our create some content out here to eventually put on our streaming platform on Paramount Plus,
Mhm.
because the one of the big things that happened with like the original Star Trek cast, because there was going to be another Star Trek movie, there was going to be a four like years ago,
Mhm.
but it didn't happen because they didn't want to continue to pay the cast or pay them even more than what they, they wanted to kind of like cut back on the expenditure, because it's not, it's not $1 billion movie or anything. Star Trek is, you know I mean, it's big, but it's not Star Wars. Like
Yeah.
Star Wars makes billions of dollars because just general audiences like it too, and it feels very inclusive. Whereas like Star Trek, I I I don't know. Like I've never been super drawn to it. I never watched any of these movies in theaters. I just watched them whenever they came out on DVD, and I caught them on like a streaming service or something. But I mean, obviously I can't speak for anybody, but the numbers, you know, numbers talk, dude. Like
Mm.
they were not
Mhm.
making billions of dollars like they were expecting, so they couldn't pay the cast. And then this just kind of seems like, okay, either they already know we're just gonna say that people are coming back, and then we'll negotiate with them and then have them come back. But yeah, if people are surprised by this, like this just seems messy. I mean, that's just my honest opinion there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, because even when J.J. Abrams said that they're thrilled that they're bringing back the film and they're gonna start shooting by the end of the year, which I mean, I know we're still in February, but March is like literally like what next week in a couple days, and the year goes by real quick, and um, yeah. So for the original cast to be like, oh, we're in this, that's okay, I guess, kind of thing.
Mm.
But I guess now, like you said, because of them not knowing, and if Paramount didn't reach out to them and actually sign something, then all the leverage is on is the all the leverage actors have all the leverage in this like negotiating deal
Oh
because
yeah.
they're like, well, you said that we're gonna be back, So unless you pay us what we're worth, then we're not going to come
Y'all are
back.
just liars.
And you're liars, and you're not going to give what the fans what you said you were going to do, which bring us back. So
Hmm.
yeah. So if this is true and none of the actors knew, then they have all the leverage right now in the
So,
negotiating when they start
but
negotiating.
I mean, I'm not like a huge Star Trek fan or anything, but do people really care if the original cast, or not even, well, not the original cast, but the cast of these J.J. Abrams movies come back? Does anyone really care?
I
Because
don't
other
know.
than like, you
Honestly, I
know,
don't know.
then other than Zachary Quinto as Spock, like I don't think.
You got Chris Pine in there,
I
and
mean, yeah, Chris Pine, but like, I don't know. The movie and a
Zoe
half that I watched,
Saldana.
yeah, she got other stuff she can. I mean, they all they. I don't know if they
I mean,
like
I don't know. I don't know how much of star power they have. Um,
the
like
ensemble, I guess, and I guess people like could have gotten attached to them, but I don't know if I really hate to say this about anything, but are people asking for this? Do people really care about this group of people? I mean, I'm saying this as a non Star Trek fan. Um,
yeah, I don't know.
you know, some of what I've seen, I've enjoyed. A lot of other stuff, I just don't care for. But yeah, I
Mm.
mean, if no one really cares, then why would Paramount do this? Maybe because they wanted to give J.J. Abrams something to do. But
I guess, or JJ was just in their ear, like, "Hey, come on, Sergeant
like, I
Four,
need to
let's
make
go."
my
Hey,
fourth movie.
when's when's the or maybe they're gonna rebrand and be like Star Trek One, A New Beginning.
That's bad. But yeah, dude, I
uh,
I don't know. I mean, we'll just it's one of those things that we gotta like wait and see how it kind of plays out because
exactly.
it could get dirty.
It could get real dirty, real messy, and I mean, it could honestly get pushed back
Or
to like,
maybe,
oh,
I
we're
mean,
not
like you said,
starting.
maybe they're just like playing it off like that's news to us. Maybe they could be going a
Yeah.
hardcore Andrew Garfield on this. Like, I'm not in this. Like,
That amazing, amazing. He's a great actor. He Andrew Garfield was such a good actor that he fooled other actors, which is hard to do,
yeah,
because actors lie for a living,
he did so well there.
He did.
I mean, honestly, like speaking of like Andrew Garfield, I know you wanted to kind of talk about the live action like meme
Yeah.
that they released. It was kind of cool that they actually posted that on social media to
Hmm.
announce the Blu-ray release, and that's pretty cool. Just seeing them all together, and I don't know if
Hmm.
that was like they were like kind of that was just them practicing it before they actually did it, like on like the scaffolding or whatever for the that final
Hmm.
scene when they're like, "Who's Peter 1? I'm Peter 1. I'll be Peter 3 or whatever." Like you know, uh,
Yeah.
that's really cool that they decided to release that and that
And
they
this
know
is
what we want.
for real. Well, that Andrew Garfield knows what we want because remember he's the one who suggested that they do the
Well,
meme.
I thought they had wanted to do that, and he's the one that came up with the idea
Or
on how
yeah,
we
I
should
don't
do it.
remember exactly what they said in the podcast, but I think it was Tobey Maguire who was like, yeah, and Andrew Garfield was like I think it was his idea that came that they did it
Yeah.
for them
Well,
to
we're
do
gonna get
the
a
20 meme.
ton of like bonus content in it, like 100 minutes or something, or like 80
Yeah,
minutes, and
yeah,
20 minutes of it is just from is just the three Spider-Man together, which I just can't wait
yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Also,
So a little bit of context for those uh audio listeners or who don't know the meme, the popular meme that was the old school meme that these live action that the Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Tom Holland did. It was to promote the movie the No Way Home coming out in on digital and 4K, UHD and Blu-ray on March 22nd and April 12th for the 4K version. If you haven't seen it, if you want to get yourself a copy of the digital or on 4K UHD and Blu-ray on April 12th, then mark your calendars because that's when they're gonna drop. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do something like like a special edition thing because I know sometimes they like some movies or TV shows when they come out with like the release they do like a special edition. Do you think they're gonna do something like that? I mean,
Like, what do you
that'll
mean
be really
special
cool.
edition? There's plenty of special editions.
Yeah, like
Like,
how just like just like like sometimes they'll have like the movie and then they'll have like a whole bunch of stuff like a box kind of thing where they'll have a
oh, where they
like
have like all of
so
them?
yeah or
I know that they have like
I don't know just
exclusives
something
with like certain
like
retailers and
yeah.
stuff. I want to get the steelbook for sure, but I can't find the
Mhm.
steelbook, so I'm just hoping that whenever it comes out, I'm just gonna nab one off the shelf, hopefully. But
Yeah.
that's what I want because all the other special edition, I want the Best Buy steelbook. All the other special editions that I've seen, I just don't really care
Yeah.
for. Ah, man. Yeah. I was just really mad. Like, why didn't I look this up right after the movie came out? Because normally you can pre-order it like the day after, but didn't get a chance
Mhm.
to. I mean, anyways, like another thing is that we're not going to be able to see this streaming on like Disney, or Sony doesn't have a streaming platform, but you can
Mhm.
watch it on Stars. Whenever it's available on streaming, it's going to be on Stars.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and also
uh,
you can buy it on like Apple TV Plus or Prime or Google Play. So any of
yeah, for
those
sure.
streaming services, if you have them, you can purchase the movie on there. But I'm pretty
We'll
sure
always just get the
if
4K
you're
disc, and then that comes
yeah,
with the digital copy,
exactly.
anyways. So,
Exactly. So like I said, I'm pretty sure if you're a super fan like Leo, you're gonna go out and actually buy the actual copy because I mean it's like I mean it's pretty it's literally it's almost like owning a piece of history, like the top
right?
four, the top in the top three most is it top four, or top three? The top three most earning movies of all time.
I think it's top
Um,
four. I mean, it depends on
or
like if
top
you're
five, I
going like
guess.
by domestic or
Yeah.
worldwide. Um, yeah. Let's see. It did break a ton of records,
Hmm.
but no way. I'll look
Yeah.
that up.
Yeah. I think it passed Avatar. It most recently passed Avatar. And then
Hmm.
it was under. I think I took like the number four spot in the most
Yeah.
money made. Um, but uh, did you get that number?
Wait, what? Oh, I'm still looking at it. I think. Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong thing. For like domestic, I think it's like number 3 domestic
Hmm.
all time. It did beat Avatar, which seemed like a stretch, especially with you know, with kind of a pandemic going on. But it brought
Yeah.
people back to the movies, which is awesome. Um,
Yeah.
which I mean, Tom Holland had a hell of a weekend last week because that not only did Spider-Man make more money, it was number 3, uh, only beat by his own movie, Uncharted, um, which was pretty cool, by the way. Like I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. It wasn't like amazing, but it was what I thought I'd get out of a video game movie, and I got it. And it wasn't good, wasn't bad. It was enjoyable.
Mhm.
But that was cool. And then a dog, I think, got second, which I kind of want to watch just because Channing Tatum is like he's such a pleasure to watch on screen.
Yeah.
He's so great.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude, I don't know what I'm looking for. I cannot get around Box Office Mojo right now, but I cannot navigate my way through that website right now at all
All right.
because I'm like, this is
No.
not the chart I wanted. But anyways, No Way Home made a lot of money, and it's gonna make
Yeah.
even more through like movie rentals or sales or
Yeah. Yeah.
physical media, which love my steel books.
I wonder if Sony or Disney are gonna release those numbers whenever they have them. Like, oh, we sold this many digital copies or like actual DVDs, Blu-rays, in
I
like
don't think they ever like come out and say how much it does, but it's out there, like the sales, how much the sales did.
because
Um,
I'd be really interested to see how many what the difference is between digital and actually people going out and actually buying the hard disk. Because again, it's like having a little piece of history with you. But keeping on this Marvel train, there was news out there that all the Marvel shows that were previously on Netflix now are not on Netflix, which is true, but they are moving to Disney Plus. But another but, they're moving to Disney Plus in Canada. So
Well, I mean,
there's not a lot of I mean, you won't be able to watch them if you're like in the US unless you have like VPN. Unless you VPN to Canada, then you'll be able to watch them. But at least that's the report that is out there. I don't know if I think when I saw it, I think they were gonna be on Disney Plus late March on Disney Plus Canada. But I was
March
just wondering
16th.
why Disney March 16th. So it's wondering just why Canada.
So, I mean, it doesn't mean that they're only going to Disney Plus Canada there, but we don't have it confirmed here where they're going to go. But
Mhm,
also, I mean, when it comes down to like Disney's always been like super family friendly, and they Disney Plus is different in a lot of different regions depending on like the whether it be like ratings or actual like restrictions that they have.
mhm,
So I'm sure you remember from like the investor call or whatever, they were talking a lot about their star channel or
mhm.
whatever. But that's only in like India and other countries and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So that's embedded. That's in the Disney Plus app. So it's all one app. Where like here, maybe they'll do that at some point and put the Netflix shows in there. Maybe they'll put them on Hulu because they have another streaming service they can put it on. But I think like it would definitely
Mhm,
make more sense to keep all of Marvel under one thing and have them on Disney Plus, especially if they're going to kind of like
mhm,
be together eventually. Because we got Charlie Cox's Daredevil. Who knows if they're going to
mhm,
keep is it Christian Ritter? And then I forgot the guy who Luke Cage is. But as long as they get rid of Iron Fist or make
mhm,
him better, God. But if they want to keep all of that under Disney Plus, maybe they'll have to have an extra section because those Netflix Marvel shows, those are not family friendly. They are definitely
no,
not family friendly.
they
In like
are they
episode
are
4 or whatever, you see a dude get his
no.
head like beat by a door off. Like
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, yeah. No, they are definitely not family friendly, and yeah, they are very different from the Marvel shows that we've gotten thus far on Disney Plus. They're very
Mhm.
different, and they're also very different from the movies that we've
Mhm.
gotten thus far.
Not to say that we
Very
don't get anything like kind of dark and like heavy or very adult themes, but they're not bloody or gory or very sexual like
Yeah,
at
I
all.
know.
Because you literally see like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones like breaking stuff and
And there's
having
spicy
breaking each other.
scenes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very spicy.
there's some spicy scenes in there which are not family friendly.
Mm-mm. I
uh,
mean, yeah, I mean, what this does say though is that they are keeping those shows.
yeah,
They're not gonna go away. They're gonna be that's just another piece of content that they are going to have. Who knows if it's gonna be made canon or if they're actually gonna put it on Disney Plus or maybe just put it off on like Hulu or something because I mean that's where they have Deadpool. You can get on
yeah.
Hulu, watch Deadpool right there. Um, but we'll just
Mm.
hopefully like we'll have some more answers here in a within a month or with a couple weeks because March 16th is when they're going to be on Disney Plus Canada.
Yeah, so I mean, if unless you live in Canada, then you're gonna have fun watching them. But if you have a VPN, you can also like VPN to Canada and get all those content.
What are you
I don't
talking about?
know. I don't know how well the bit rate transfer is when you go on VPN. So I don't know if it's like high HD quality stuff, but
Oh, you could definitely
it'll be
stream
good.
on a VPN
Mm,
on a good one.
So yeah, but kind of rounding out our topics here. Um, uh, the we didn't get like a first photo of Avatar: The Last Airbender on like the actual like with the actors in their in their costumes and in
And
their
like
wardrobe,
makeup artist, I'm sure,
but
yeah.
we did get a photo of just the actors hanging out. So it was the Zuko character played by Dallas Liu and Lieutenant G, I guess, uh, played by Rusik
I thought that
Mandar.
said Lee for a second, and I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh, Lee's gonna be in this.
yeah.
Cool." But no, I
And the one and only uh, Uncle Iroh, played by your
Carson
boy,
Teva himself,
the
you know,
guy who
went from a
follows you
Star
back on
Wars,
who follows
bro,
you back on Twitter.
I lost my mind. Lost my mind. Nearly drove off the road when I saw that.
Daniel Day
But
Kim. Yep. But
and
yeah, so we got a photo of them. Just maybe they were on set, or maybe it was the first time of the meeting, and they was kind of just a selfie of them three. But the cool thing is happening, man. Like they're
mhm.
like things are moving. They're moving slowly, but they're moving. You know, so the actors finally met each other. So that's cool.
So it does
Mm.
say like after a hard week of work, like what do you think they were doing? Were they just were they
Uh,
recording? Were they doing like reads? I don't know.
maybe I don't know. Maybe they were doing a table read for the first time. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Uh, I whenever this movie, no, the show comes out, I I can't wait until they release
We
like
definitely have to
the
talk about it for
yeah. Oh no,
sure.
we're gonna talk about it for sure. But uh, I can't wait till they release the background, like the making of,
Oh yeah.
and when they all when they all get together for the first time and actually have that table read, because I'm pretty sure a lot of these
It's like, that's what
actors,
they were wearing.
yeah, a lot of these actors, and honestly, just kids because they're young, or maybe some are our age. I'm pretty sure they grew up watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it was a hit series. So, um, but yeah, I'm excited, man. I know you're excited for a fact
Oh
that
yeah.
this is like
I
happening.
mean, dude, not only are we gonna get, Appa, we're gonna get Paul Lee himself, dude. We're gonna get like Daniel Day Kim being Ozai. We got these like new up and coming like artists or actors in
Iroh,
here. Like, huh?
Iroh,
Oh, wait, yeah. Obviously, I'm talking about. That's what I said at first. Like, we're gonna
oh
get him, but we're
yeah,
gonna get Dallas Liu and as like Zuko, and I'm like,
hmm
man, and I don't know anything about the main gang. Like, I don't know anything about them as
yeah,
actors, but I mean, it shows that they're going for talent and they have a clear vision of what they want this to
hmm
be, and they're not necessarily just getting like picking like big actors. They're just
hmm
they know exactly the type of people that they want to be working on this, and
hmm
we're just ready.
yeah, definitely
We've
already.
been excited for a while, even
Yeah,
after the
yeah,
creators, the original creators like left. So we're just gonna get
yeah.
so much Avatar content, hopefully in the future.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
And you know where you can watch all that? On Paramount Plus.
God.
I don't have Paramount Plus right now, but when Avatar Studios comes out, I'm just gonna have to get it just because of Avatar Studios. I'm excited for that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that'll do it for us today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for clicking through. My name's Ace.
I'm Leo.
See you later.